Hello everyone, I'd like to thank everybody for the amazing feedback thus far, and again, thank you Matt Franco and Team Pandori, and anybody else that has been involved in this fun Amiga scene. But we're going to go into the Retro Ami right now, and like I said, Matt Franco and myself are testing things out. We want to get this as stable as possible, but people have been asking about various things, and I'm going to do another showcase of a few things that people have asked about. Okay, let's load PSP, and I'm going to do something different. I'm going to show you just how powerful PSP could be on here. We're going to load two games that had tremendous issues on the other mini classics. We'll do Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. And again, this is a stress test right now, just to show you how amped it could truly be. So here we go. You ready, folks? Yes. Okay, I don't know how far I'm going to get on here. And I think it's funny that, people who go to GameStop, the magazine that they have when you do the yearly subscriptions and such, the person rated this game back because they couldn't get past the first page. And yes, this is literally how fast you can run this game if you so choose to. You can even run it in higher definition, like we're talking like 544p if you so choose to. And even on the Mega Drive SNES Classics, we did a little bit of a debug mode at one point, where we could actually do like a lower resolution just to try to get the game to run faster, but I could actually run this at a higher resolution right now. And we don't really need Arthur running fast. What would be really, really cool is if we had somebody else moving really, really fast. Let's try this. Go with low content star directory. Okay. Let's see who else could move very, very fast with this update that's coming up. We're going to do Sonic Rivals. Again, you don't have to run this fast. This is just how fast you're capable of running on the Amiga 500 Mini. Unfortunately, we're not running this fast on the other mini classics. But here we go, Sonic Rivals. There we go. Look at this. And this is just mind-blowing. It really gives you the feel of how Sonic should truly be. Like, blast processing on the Amiga 500 Mini. Oh, hell yeah. This is what I'm talking about, folks. And again, we can run higher resolution. I ran at 544p, and it actually was pretty decent. Some games are going to fare better than others. I'm going to do another game too, because there's another system that had tremendous issues running before. PCFX, which if you play TurboGrafx 16, then TurboGrafx CD, there's a follow-up to that, which was a complete failure flop called the PCFX, but it had some notable games on it, such as Godfighter Zeroigar. So I'm going to show you that too. But yes, Sonic is running great here. The only thing we're missing is the original voice actor for the cartoon series, Jaleel White. He was always fun to watch in everything he's been in. And I'm glad to see he's still enacting nowadays. Come on, Tails. Or should we say Knuckles? Okay, we're going to go to one more thing here. Low content Star Trek dummy. And I see the new Sonic Frontiers, and there's so much like jokes about that right now, about it being basically Breath of the Wild with Sonic and Bearable and puzzles and stuff. But who knows what it could really get into. We're going to do PCFX here. Chujin Haiki Zeroigar, a.k.a. Godfighter Zeroigar. We're going to load this right now. And there's a translation for this, but I'm not really too concerned with that right now. I just want to see how it runs with this update. One thing to note, for any of the TurboGrafx systems, if you try going into RetroArch settings by pushing select and start, at the same time, it is actually a hardwired button shortcut on the real systems, which would reset the game. So you're going to wonder, hey, how come every time I go into RetroArch settings, it's restarting the game? The only way around this is for us to add a core option, which was done on one of the other cores. But for this core, it's not there. I'll have to look into adding it. And you can also change the RetroArch shortcut to basically be like, hold down the start button or such. So there are other alternatives to getting around this. But if you do select and start at the same time, it's going to pretty much inevitably restart it every time. Let's see what else we got here. But we got PSP running just blazing fast. This game used to run in slow motion. I'm going to try to get the, see, I'm going to end up doing it right now. I'm going to go in input, port 1 binds. I'm going to enable turbo. Now watch, when I go back, it's going to actually restart the game. Damn. Now you know why. But I added Turbo Fire to it just because I love my Turbo Fire. It is one little cheat hack, life type thing that I like to have in my games. Because then you can focus on the crazy, invariably awesome enemies. But some games you're not going to be able to get away with doing like the Turbo Fire because you might need to do a charge blast like an R-type and such. But we have Turbo Fire here, and then it's all down to just avoiding enemy patterns and just having this Zen thing here. Look, Turbo Fire mode activate. Awesome game. And that character looks like he's straight out of the Dragon Ball Z universe. This might surprise you, but I've only seen a few episodes of Dragon Ball Z. But very, very cool show. I also like the 1-inch punch guy. And I'm going to be watching some other things, like I'm going to catch up on Stranger Things. I'm almost done watching Noah's Ark. Fun show. You really gotta avoid like going on YouTube and just general media in general when you're watching some of these shows, because I've already got spoiled on something that happens in Ozark. I'm not gonna talk about it. But we'll do like a stage or two here. And you can get power-ups as well where you put start. You'll eventually be able to like have power-ups at the bottom right there, but I don't have them yet. I have to unlock them apparently. I think it's kind of like, I've only played this briefly because it didn't run all too well in the past, but I think if you beat a boss, it's something like Mega Man style where you can actually unlock power-ups. Let's see if I'm right in my theory there. So beat the first boss and see if we get a power-up. But very, very cool stuff here, and just run way, way better than before. And it does have low-grade level-up experience system, and I give tremendous props to the original developers of this game, as well as the people who worked on the translation hack, which I'm not currently using, obviously. I mean, I played the entire Okami game for PS2, non-translated. I played Mario 64 Pilot Wings. I mean, when I've imported games, I've never been too overly concerned. I just figured out what's going on. Trial and error. Okay. But there are those occasional Japan games where I played and I'd like end up backing in and out of the menus over and over again because I'm not sure what's what, but you learn. And after doing enough time over the years, I'm pretty adept at getting through Japan games without knowing much of them now. But I'm not, like, if I'm playing an RPG and such, I'd most likely just be more into the action more than the story, obviously. But some people might play these, and there is a cool setting in RetroArch if you have an online connection where you can actually have screenshots sent to an online server, and they'll basically forward them back to you while you're playing in English. That is a pretty damn nifty thing. I'm going to have to do another video about that. But one of the test case scenarios was basically the ActRaiser game in Japanese, and it worked out pretty well. So we should be to a boss very, very soon here. And obviously the kanji type boxes would be essentially, and I love these cinematics here, but the kanji style boxes would be your power-ups and such. Kind of reminds me of the old great animations such as like G-Force, Battle of the Planets, etc. But love this type of stuff. Okay, boss battle. There we go. We got a power-up there. And if we go pause here, see, we just have one power-up right now. If you usually pause it and push left or right, we have kind of like a rock like a hurricane type thing here. We could use that a little bit. Look at that. I'm holding the, what would be my A button, or should we say my circle button on the PS controller. Okay. So it's all about boss pattern recognition here. Not quite like the Battles and Battle Kid, I mean, where they just blow you away like masochistic type thing. But Battle Kid is one of my favorite style games on the original homebrew for fan-made Nintendo. And of course, the Bobble's Big and Little Adventure. One game I'm really, really looking forward to is Paprium. I'm kind of hoping that it's dumped. It's going to be a big game, so it might not work like right off the bat in emulators, but it's going to be fun. There we go. This looks like one of the first boss shells like in Mega Man X and such. Okay, we're going to